Attention passengers. This is your co-pilot speaking. Your pilot is black mind, so you are not going blind and there is no power failure. You are merely experiencing the immense blackness of his proximity, and when you hear his voice, you and the cabin will get even darker than you are currently. We will be cruising at the speed equal to light, because the one other thing that travels equally fast is darkness. Your loved ones awaiting your arrival may not recognize you at first sight. This is normal. Simply tell them about the pilot, and they will understand. We will taxi to the runway now, so please buckle up and prepare for a high-speed departure. Thank you for choosing Jet Black Airways, where the phrase jet black is also a verb. We hope you keep jetting black with us until the wings and the wheels fall off. Justice forever.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of you, and peace out to the rest of you. Hit the share button because the message is more important than the messenger. And you saw the acronym, you've seen it before. So first I'm going to give a shout out to the donors. By name this time I want to thank John, even though that's not your official name. I'm just translating your name into English so that you know who you are, but others have your privacy protected. You and I spoke and you offered help outside of YouTube. And thank you. Thanks in advance, even for just asking. I want to thank Jared. Shout out to you for sending a donation to help me stay longer out of Babylon. From the bottom of my heart and from the depths of my black mind, thank you both. And Autodidact, I thank you again, because that one donation is still the biggest one I've gotten to date. And I'm going to update you, gentlemen. Every other donor as well, to whom I gave a shout out on my last live. Let me give all of y'all an update and some good news for everybody that hears this, inshallah. Some of the new designs and images that you've seen on my channel, I went ahead and either put them together or I paid from my own funds previously. But from the donations, because you guys actually bought me more time outside of the States, I went ahead and got some designs together and I'm launching the merchandise. It's already there. The link is in the description below to this video. And in the first video I uploaded with the acronym UBMPT in the name and the title of the video, I already have 2 links to apparel sold by one of our younger brethren with an artistic bend. Now his designs are nicer to look at. They're a bit more eye-catching. The first design that I put up now that's available, it's experimental. I put that together. But some others I've already gotten, and in some others I'm still awaiting to be finished. So if a medium amount of these sell, what I already have available now, then I will add more options. I'm not going to start with the best, because we want to show some improvement in what we wear. And keep in mind that the reason I'm even doing this is because, number one, see, if I were going to ask for donations again, at this point, I would only need about $3.72 per subscriber to put me where I would need to be. But in this case, now, because of the donations that people have sent, especially Autodidact, and he's not the only one, but especially so him, I figured, you know what, let me put this into something where we can have a trade instead. Now, I have designed these and I've made the choices in terms of what you can get right now based on, pretty much based on where you gentlemen travel and live. Many of you are still living in the States right now. That's true. But the idea is for you to be able to recognize each other wherever you are, whenever you want to be recognized. So what I've done is I have largely picked out all shirts except for sweatshirts, sweaters, and hoodies. the heavy stuff for cold weather. I've left those out because generally when you're traveling, you're going to be going somewhere warm. And if you're indoors, you're not necessarily going to be that cold, even though the air conditioning can be pretty good. If you're indoors in the tropics or in the airports, there are long sleeve shirts available. I've chosen the colors that are medium or light, so that when you are outdoors in the tropics, you don't overheat. That's why I chose them. So the choices that I made available and did not are merely designed to maximize your comfort level traveling to or in the tropics, whether you're indoors or out. That's all. I calculated, sat down, and considered every option before including or excluding it. I did not put in sweaters, sweatshirts, jackets, hoodies, and that sort of thing because of where we generally go. That's all. Coffee mugs and stickers are also available if you just want to be a bit less conspicuous. If enough of these move off the shelves, then I'll add more designs, and additionally, I'll move into other merchandise. But I want you to stop and think about what's in it for you as well. I'm not going to ask anyone to go in and grab 5 of them. That's a lot. And the vendors have to make their cut too. Instead, what I would ask is that periodically, you each get one. So get these, move them off the shelves, come back in another month, see the next designs, get some improvements. Then when the weather changes, go back. That's what I would ask, because it's more reasonable for all of us. But we want to be recognizable to each other at will. And you may want to, some of you are still in the States or you're in the UK and you want to rock it before you leave, and that's okay too. That's fine. And eventually, I want you to imagine though that let's say you're traveling and you're about to catch your connecting flight in London's airport, or your connecting flight in Madrid or Charles de Gaulle airport, before you head somewhere nicer in terms of weather and everything else. Maybe you're on your way to Bali, or maybe a lot of times nowadays people catch their flights through the Gulf. So let's say that or maybe your connecting flight is in Miami and you're about to fly to South America. And you're sitting at the gate for your last flight to go to your destination. And you got your t-shirt on and somebody walks up, you see a brother and he gives you the head nod. You don't know where you've seen him before. You look back, you give him a head nod like, okay, how you doing? And then he pulls out, not necessarily a UBMTP, which is Union of Black Male Travelers passport, because that's not a government issued passport, but he pulls out one of those passport wallets of the passport holders, and it says UBMTP. Because you can get those passport wallets as souvenirs with just about any design on them. You can get a Wakandan one. Did y'all know that? You can go now, and you can't order a Wakandan passport, but you can go now and order a Wakandan passport holder or the Wakandan passport wallet. Right now, you can go and get that. Your passport actually goes in it, but it looks like you're walking around with a Wakandan passport inside. We can do the same thing for UBMTP. Now, I only put the T and the P backwards for that because it's Union of Black Male Travelers passport. So it would be a UBMTP wallet. But imagine that, because see, if enough of these move off, that's next. Because what I'm doing is, instead of just now coming with my hands out here looking, y'all send something, let's make a trade. You already know I'll get my cut if you get these, but in the meantime, you get to be recognizable to each other at will. Because we don't know how many of us there are. There's no census right now for SYSBM, SYSMB, IBMOR, Blue Book Gentlemen, Passport Gang, Passport Bros. The ones who started don't necessarily know what the numbers are. That's all right. When we have a way that we can be recognizable and recognize each other, the census won't be necessary. Got it, gentlemen? Quantity's fine, but quality's first. And one of the things we need to have quality is to have recognizability so that we can connect more easily. That's it. If we do this, trust me, if we play this right, then UBMTP will come next. That's another talk for another day. But there is a way that we could wind up issuing our own passports because they're demanded. If we get to that point, come back to me. We'll talk about that at that point. But first, we got to get there. I hope that what I've said helps. Hopefully, this is good news for you all. Go ahead and check it out. As always, thanks for listening. Black Heart, Black Mind, Blackout, Assalamu Alaikum. Black heterosexual non-select male power, just because she don't like it, and black patriarchy until extinction or judgment day. You may now move around the cabin for the next few minutes, but then after that, prepare for arrival. After which, at that airport to which we will be pulling up, there will be shops in there. And the links to those shops, well, in the description, like I said. Black Heart, Black Mind, Blackout. Keep jetting black with me until the wheels fall off.